Okay, so I'm Rajendra Patnaik, having around 4.5 years of experience in Java development. So currently I'm working with Medtronic India Private Limited. So it's a product-based company actually.
Okay.
So which we used to like we're into healthcare and we used to like all those implantable devices we used to manufacture. So we do have our own IT, in-house IT as well.
Okay.
So I do work in a project. It's called ANM. This project is all about nothing like all those Anganwadi and ASHA workers. They'll be provided a tablet where this application will be installed, and they'll be visiting each houses of a village they are assigned to, and they will collect the information like normal about patient registration, updation, and all. Along with that, we have few clinical screening forms actually, like those common diseases which happens in those particular area. Like you can take an example of hypertension, malnutrition, diabetes. There are few cancer forms as well. So all those information will be captured in that application and will be sent to doctor. So doctor will be sitting in district health center. So there are three hierarchy like district health center, then we have community health center, then we have primary health center. So this data will be flow to doctor who will be who will go through all this information, patient information, and they can like they can diagnose the patient as well. So we do have three teams actually: UI team, separate UI team, our middleware team, and database team.
Okay. And which team are you part of?
I work in Lebanon. I am part of middleware team, Azure layer.
Okay, Azure layer. Okay.
Yeah.
And what is the role that you have in this project?
So we are like UI team will be providing us a request and response type. So based on that, we will do our business logic. Suppose normal, I can take an example of registering a patient. Right? So UI will be having all this patient information fields. So once they will click on that action button, so it has to be saved in database. So they'll submit that button and they'll pass those values to us. So we'll do accordingly. We'll write our own logic and we'll store in database. And if they want, like all those cloud operations happening. So we are the middleware team who will we are linked with UI and database.
Okay.
So we are doing it using Spring Hibernate as of now.
Okay, sounds interesting. So my colleague has also joined. Sudeep, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Hello, Rajendra. Good evening.
Yeah, hi, good evening.
I was also hearing your work experience along with, and I also have gone through your profile. I mean, we will roughly spending around 45 minutes to 1 hour from now, going through the various technologies that you have, and hopefully 1 hour from now is okay with you with in terms of logistics and other things, right?
Yeah, actually I have the call at 9:30. Till that time I'm fine.
Say that again, Rajendra.
I have a call at 9:30. I have a meeting actually at 9:30. So till 9:30 I'm fine.
You will try our best to wrap up by then.
Yeah.
I'll give you some. I'll try to give you some more time before your call starts.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's start with something on core Java. Quickly tell me something from OOPS concepts which Java does not. Okay. Let's start it this way. Okay. Creating Java is a complete object-oriented program.
Java is not a because it doesn't support multiple ingredients.
Alright, and why doesn't do that?
Because suppose we have a class A and we have child class B and C. Like a ambiguity because of there is a possibility of ambiguity later. Hello? Hello?
Yes, I got the key point. There, what you said is there is a possibility of ambiguity, right?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, is there any way by which we can implement multiple inheritance in Java?
We can do it using interface because that class will implement that interface. We can do it using interface. Instead of extending, we can implement the interface.
Code editor right now?
Yes, I can.
Just take your time, go through this code snippet and tell me what this will finally do when you execute this.
So what will the output in this?
Yes, that's my question.
Okay. So it print the statement test class object is created.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Thank you. Alright. That's fine. Let's talk about method overriding in Java. Tell me instances where you cannot
Sorry, your voice is breaking.
override a method.
Method override.
Am I?
Yes.
My question was, tell me instances where you cannot override a method in Java.
If that method is private, we cannot override that one.
Okay.
And even static methods, we cannot override static method as well.
Alright. So, if that is the case, can you override the main method?
Main method can be overridden. Yes.
Can you quickly write a code snippet where you will write a main method and override that for me?
Main method.
So over here on the code editor, I want you to write a class and then write a main method and then write an overridden main method.
Actually, I have tried this one. So let me try.
And Rajendra, you can scroll down in the Java window and write another class there. So don't override what is already written. Add to this code. Okay?
Where to do that?
In the Java editor.
So you see the phone.
So you can just.
Sorry?
You see the phone inside.
Right.
So I've just created another class for you, test1. You can use that for writing your code. Okay?
Okay.
Rajendra, are you writing?
I can see. I am still waiting. Where to find that one actually?
In the Java
Okay,
itself?
let me.
Code editor you say?
Yes.
Yeah, I clicked it. Only I can see. I could see only that class test.
Yeah, just scroll down a little. You will see another class test one. So what I'm saying is you can add
Okay.
another
Yeah.
class and write your program. So whatever is written, we'll not
Okay.
delete that. We'll continue by adding more classes in the same code editor.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rajendra, are you done?
Yeah. Click.
That's fine. You don't have to worry about the syntax and all. That's okay. Alright. Uh,
Voice is breaking.
Rajendra, can you quickly go?
Hello.
Is it fine
Yeah.
now?
Yes.
Okay. Can you go through this part and then tell me what this particular code is doing?
Okay. So this is an example of inheritance. So we have a class by. So this blender is extending this parent class. This is this child class and this byte is the parent class. Okay. So So this will print this statement: running safely 60 kilometer. Hello. Hello.
Sorry again.
Yeah. So this is an example of inheritance. Okay, so
Yes.
this bike is the parent class, and this Splendor is the child class, which is extending this bike class. And we have okay, so here this run method, when we call this run method on this bike object, so it will print this statement: running safely 60 kilometer.
It will print this one and not this one.
Because we have created this object of this new Splendor object. So this will print this one, second one.
Oh. Okay. Alright. That's fine. I'll give you another small one. Just this one and go.
Hello?
Sudeep, are you disconnected?
I'm not able to hear him.
Okay,
I could see the code for.
Okay. So Rajendra, I'll give you a small Java code. Maybe you can just try and write that. What you have as an input is a character array. Okay. So it will have alphabets like A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z, multiple alphabets, right? It's an array. So as an input, I will give you two characters. Say I give you A and B. Okay. So I'll just write it down here for an example. Okay. Okay. So you can see, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I give you input 1. And I'll give you another input. Now what I want to find out is, see, these A and B are coming in the first array, right? So I want to find the maximum distance that is between them. Say for example, in the first two A and B, there is no distance. Right after A, the B comes, right? Now there is another A at the 5th position.
Yes.
And then there is another B at the 9th position. So here the distance which will get calculated is 3, which is X, Y, Z, which is in between A and B. Okay, so this characteristic array can be really big. It can have multiple characters there. So you need to traverse this array and find where is the maximum distance between these two characters in the entire array.
Okay.
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 So this is just as an example I've written that. You can try and substitute characters there and write the code the way you want. Okay.
Okay.
So you're okay for 9 o'clock? That is completely fine. No, I'll send you an email. So Rajendra, that's fine. Can you just explain what you are trying to do in this code?
So we'll have two loops. Okay, just in the first loop we'll traverse. We'll have two loops. In the first loop, it will get it. Will print the input. What is the input? What is the value of input? Okay, we'll try to print the input 1. Okay, I will have another loop. Inside that first loop, we have one more loop.
Okay.
While we'll try to get the value of this input 2. What are the values there? That mentioned here, it can be anything. So we'll try and we'll get the difference between this that particular. So J will loop through it. So suppose in first case, so when I is 0, it print the value A.
Okay.
Hello. and for the second loop, while j equal to 0, when j equal to 1, it will print the value of b. In the next loop, first loop, again it will start from a, or else you can do it from, because in if you do it from 1,
Okay.
we start from here, because anyway a is there, so a going to differentiate, so this cannot be both inputs. And we'll take the difference of those two.
Okay.
Value of j and value of I.
Okay. That is fine.
So here,
okay. So Rajendra, just tell me what is the difference between if I declare a string something like string A is equal to ABC, and if I declare a string as string B equal to new of string ABC. How many different objects will Java create in this case?
In this case, 2 objects will be created. So in first case, if you're not defining new keyword, like if you're not creating a string with new keyword,
okay,
it'll refer to, if it'll check in the string constructor whether that object is there or not. If it will not find, it will create one more. So in second case, it will always create a new string.
Okay.
So this second statement will always create a new string. Though that.
Okay.
Yeah, second string.
Okay. In case of overloading, can we also overload by defining a different return type of the methods?
Yes, it can.
Okay.
It's possible.
So
overloading, you mean to say, right?
Overloading. So if I have two methods with the same name and same parameters but different return time, that return types.
Yeah, you can take an example of some method, right? We are passing two parameters as I integer type. For one is suppose integer type, return type is integer. We are passing two parameters at I and j.
Okay.
And we are overloading that method, and we have same method name as sum, and we can have a different return type, but parameter type should be type double. We'll pass double ij, a return type will be double.
Okay. So, but if I want to have,
sorry.
What I'm saying is, if I don't want to change the parameters that I'm sending, only the return type, can I also do that?
Yes.
Okay. So, have
we
you
can have
worked
same number.
Have you worked on exception handling?
Yes.
Okay. Can you briefly tell me about the hierarchy of the exception classes?
So first hierarchy. So object is the base class in for all these things. So we have throwable. Throwable is the parent class. But we do have exception and errors from throwable.
Okay.
So exception are two types, checked and unchecked, like compile time and runtime.
Okay.
And error is having different, like virtual machine error, assertion error. So checked checked exception are like normal hour, IO exception, SQL exception. Runtime is like you can say, take an example, null pointer exception, our arithmetic exception.
Okay. So can you quickly write a small code if you want to write a custom exception class which is of type unchecked?
Custom exception unchecked. So we can extend exception class.
Okay.
This is a suppose custom exception class any name. So we can do it by using our we can extending our exception class.
So you'll extend the exception class. Okay.
Yes.
Sudeep, you have some more questions to ask?
Like even hello.
Yes, Rajendra.
I didn't get you. Your voice is breaking actually.
Hello.
Hello.
Am I audible, Rajendra?
Still breaking. Voice is still breaking. Like some echo is coming.
Is it fine now?
Yes. Yes.
I have seen that you have worked with singleton design patterns, right?
Yes.
Uh, can you tell me the various ways by which you can write a singleton class?
Sorry. Can you come back?
What are the different ways of writing a singleton class in Java?
Different ways means like you want me to write the code like how does
No, just tell me what are the different ways of writing singleton class. You will be using some methods, you will be using some design patterns, right?
yeah
So,
like where like for suppose for we are implementing loggers, right? Log
mhm.
4j. So this is nothing but singleton. Like throughout the application, there will be one log. So this is one a normal our data sources and all. So this is also single one object with sub object.
Okay. Okay. If now I prevent, how will you do that?
Sorry, I didn't hear you actually. Your voice was like not audible. Can you come again?
Okay. How will you prevent for creating another instance of
So I think what Sudeep is asking is, if you define a class, how do you
Okay.
prevent that class to not have more than one object created?
We can um, in class level you are asking.
So I've
Yes.
defined a class and I want only
Okay.
one object of that class to be created, not more than that. So how do I prevent that? How do I code such that I can only have one object created for that class? It is in
You can do
continuous
static
to... Yeah.
static final. You can make it a static final.
Okay. That is fine.
all right. Okay. All right. Rajendra, I have
Sorry, Sudhir, your voice is completely break.
a
Not able to hear it, anything actually.
problem.
Okay. So Rajendra, can you tell
Is
me
it
about the OOPS concepts?
Okay. Oops, concept you meant to ask.
Yes.
Oops. We have interface, we have abstractions, we do have overloading, overriding, the polymorphism. We have inheritance. Yes, that much in OOPS concept.
Okay. So is Java a OOPS-based language?
Yes, object-oriented based language.
Okay. Um, Now, in case of abstraction, how do you explain abstraction?
I can take like we are talking about phone now, right? Like this Skype call. We are able to talk, but we don't know like what is the internal implementation. How does it works? That is an abstraction. Like hiding the internal implementation, but we can use this API take an example of where we have a vehicle class. Take an example of vehicle class. We are speeding up by accelerating, and we are we are applying brake. So all those things, when we are speeding up, the speed is increasing, but we don't know how internally it works. But we know if we accelerate, it will speed up the vehicle.
Okay. And
So it's nothing but hiding the internal implementation.
what is dynamic polymorphism and what is compile time polymorphism? And how do we
Compile
achieve
time is
that in Java?
method overloading. As we discussed, method overloading is compile time polymorphism, and the runtime is dynamic is overriding.
Okay. So,
So in method overloading, as you discussed, method name should be same, but that return type and argument list can be changed. Like we can pass 2 arguments, we can pass 3 arguments, but method name should be same, and return type will be changed based on that parameters what we are passing through. Overriding is like overriding a existing method. So here method signature should be same in case of method overriding, like return type and number of parameters we are passing.
okay. And in case of overriding,
Okay.
can I override a static method?
No, it's not possible. Static and primary.
Okay. So if I actually override a static method, will it give me a compile time error?
Static method will not keep. It will hide the child class behavior. So always the parent class will parent method will be executed.
Okay. So you worked with JDBC also, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what are the few steps we do to establish a connection with a database, and maybe you can just write a small code to basically execute a simple SQL command, something like a select from a employee table name and age, something like that.
Okay. You want only this logic like connection objects and all?
Yes.
Yeah, whole.
Yes.
Yeah. Here we'll pass this user credentials. That connection string I forgot actually, so we need to pass that one.
That's fine.
will execute. The statement will give this.
Okay. Okay. That looks fine, Rajendra. So, Rajendra, looking at the time, I think we can close the interview now. We have
Okay.
been able to ask you the questions we had in mind. So, it
Okay.
was really nice talking to you. Thank you for your
Thank
time
you.
and having
Yes.
this call in the
Thank
night
you.
with us. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.